Well, hello there, fellow Beastians. This is your one and only Gaming Beast. And today I'm coming here with a message that I have passed 300 subs. Before I get further into detail, I want to just say and thank all of my subscribers and all of my supporters just really quick. To all of you, you're great for Death Move of Doom. Drinking here a Augustiner Brau München. It's a really good light beer made here in Munich. Well, yeah, in Munich, neighboring Munich. Really good stuff. A little Gaming Beast Tries mini-sode, I guess. Not really, but the point is that I passed 300 subs, so let's go into more detail. As of this recording, I have 310 subs. I passed 300 like a week or so ago. Why haven't I made a recording earlier? Well, I was busy with a lot of, you have noticed, RPG related sessions videos mostly, and games that I've run, the Rifts game, and games that I've been playing in, and also behind the scene work as I'm working on a bunch of new projects. And yeah, it's really fun. It's not always easy, but when you get up and you see that you passed 300 subs, this is something very motivating to me. I mean, you can always argue, yeah, well, this is not so much, blah blah blah. Well, for me, this is great. This is great. I started this channel exactly with the first video, which is the Blade Warrior review. I started it on March 14th, 2011. Now this is over 3 years ago. Okay? Next year will be 4 years. And I have a little bit something planned for that, but you know, this is months away still, so don't worry. It's like a million years in internet years. And it's been a blast. I mean, it's been a crazy ride for me, because before that I was very more of a just a internet user, I guess, just a watcher of things, a consumer. You know, I mean, I've been watching YouTube videos for forever, ever since there was YouTube, and I always enjoyed it. I followed different personalities. I've seen channels come and go and just fade into oblivion. You know, there's still channels I miss to this day, and you know, I wasn't quite sure. You know, I had sometimes the thought before I actually started a channel to make a channel, but you know, it took me like it was a couple of events coming together for me to start the channel, and yeah, it was an interesting experience. You know, I was starting it, and of course thinking I would be the next whatever angry video game nerd or whatever. Not really, but I mean, he is a huge inspiration to us and stuff, and I've branched out into different things, but it was more like I just wanted to do something, and I like editing, I like video games, and I thought, you know, I see all these cool videos, I can make one too, you know, and you know, it's funny because I haven't made that many video reviews, but I've made a lot of other stuff, and you know, I'm planning on making more reviews. This is one of my big things, one of my big plans for the future, so to say. And I have a lot of things planned. You know, it's I will announce a couple of things here, and I know this is probably not a good idea, but I'll do it anyway. Number one, I'm working on a new review, and I hope this will be out soon. I've been recording footage, taking notes, starting a script, thinking about things to design and all this stuff. Of course, you know, Spring will say title cards. Yeah, of course, there's got to be a title card. And I've been thinking about different things to do, and I've been also, one thing, there's a project that is very close to my heart, and it's a little bit related to these guys here, the Beast Bar people. You know, of course, Arnie should be there on it too, and also my friends and whatever, but this is just the video game characters. that I have been planning, and this is something I wanna get off the, I wanna announce this officially, that I will be starting a Beast Bar animated show. Now, it's not going to be anything too crazy because animation is it's it's quite a challenge, even just to make something simple like that where they're just sitting and talking. But I want to add in more animation to the things and everything. But I want to bring this back because I always enjoyed. That's like when I did my reviews. This was one of my favorite parts to do because I grew up with cartoons and I always liked it. And I grew up with comic books, cartoons, and all these things, and I always dreamed of doing cartoons, And this is like the closest that I can do it right now, And I want to bring it back, But it's going to be probably its own thing, its own show. I'm not quite sure if it's going to be still part of the reviews, maybe, maybe not. This is still up in the air. What I'm thinking right now, it really depends on the game. If there's a game that really doesn't need one, where I feel like I cannot really make an interesting video, then I will just if I'm going to make a plot review or any of the reviews involving these characters, other than the ones that I already did, I'm going to definitely make one. That's something that has to be done. They're the core characters, and the Beast, the Shadow of the Beast, the Silencer from No Remorse, Crusader No Remorse and Crusader No Regret. Of course, Awesome Possum, Plock, and all these guys. They will get a review, those, because they really deserve it. They become kind of a, even though, they will get a review. Now, I'm rambling on, of course, as I do. Either way, I'm really proud where his channel has gone, and I hope it just gets better. I know there was sometimes times where I really just kind of semi-retired, in the sense. Well, I just took a break, I guess you would say a sabbatical, some people call it, whatever you want to call it. And the truth is, we all want to make this weekly video. We all want to make videos, all the time, but sometimes something comes in the way. Those people that can make constant videos, they can make money with that. Those are the people that make money with their videos. And I'm hearing sounds. Whatever. It's pretty late here. You'll hear sounds. Anyway, I'm hearing sounds. This will be in the video. This is all unscripted. Anyway, kind of spooky here. That's the ghost of YouTube past, whatever. So, what I want to say with this is that I've made so many friends through having this YouTube channel, and in a way I started it because of friends that I made. And there's a bunch of people I want to thank, and of course, number one, I want to thank all my subscribers for subscribing and watching and supporting, commenting, liking, sharing my videos, and I really appreciate it, and it means a lot to me, I don't make money with my videos, they might be monetized or whatever, but the truth is I don't make any money with them, okay? I'm a very small fish in a very big pond. Maybe a little bit bigger now, a little bit, but not by much, But I don't care about that. What I care about now is just having fun, making videos, making connections, having a good time, making my own thing, But I also do listen to my viewers, and to my listeners and to all of those. Okay. Whatever. Oh, this will be edited out. Okay. Anyway, I want to thank, there's a bunch of people I want to thank, okay? So, before I carry on and ramble on and all this mushy stuff, I will take a good nice swig of the Death Mug here. And, yeah, I want to, there's a lot of people I want to thank, but let's go here. Of course, I want to thank Critical Failure. he's a guy that basically I watched him way before I ever did videos. I watched his videos. I listened to his podcast. That's pretty much why I also this year I hit 50 with the Beastcast. I started the Beastcast really. I was inspired by multiple guys here that I will mention. Critical Failure was one of the inspirations with his Tire Claw Radio. I didn't even know really what a podcast was. I kind of heard it, but I never was interested until this point. So thank you, Critical Failure, for helping me, over the years, giving me tips, helping me with the channel, doing co-op stuff, joining the next round, and and also being a good friend. So I consider all these people here that I'm thanking also my good friends. So definitely. Retro Kaiser has to be thanked. I mean, the Kaiser, the Kaisi, it's Beast and Kaiser, amazing show. Will continue in one form or the other. He also, his Catcast was an inspiration, and now it's Kaiser Cast, and I remember his hilarious YouTube videos, and now on what is it, on Vimeo and stuff. You should really check him out. He's a crazy dude, and he's awesome. He just has released some of his... by the way, CF has released his newest TCR, you should check it out. Kaiser has released some of his new Let's Plays with... what is it? That visual novel game, First Trip to Japan, something like that. It's pretty funny with Kaiser playing it. Kaiser has helped me a lot, seeing things in a simpler way, not taking things too seriously, and we had great laughs over the years playing video games. I mean, also CF, I played a lot of video games with him and having a good time. And yeah, I mean, it's been a blast. Let's move on. I can ramble on and on about these things, but you know me, the Rambler, as Kaiser says. Alex Swingle. Alex Swingle is a person who I have met through, I know him now quite a while, not as long as I know CF and Retro, but Alex is somebody who really has become also a really good friend and also a very strong supporter of all my projects, including also Action Hero Fighter, the Rules Light role-playing game inspired by 80s action movies, which there's going to be new episodes out of that too, and eventually I will release the game, so you'll see this all. Just follow the channel. And Swingle, Swingle is a great guy, also known as Six Health of Fury. We played many video games. We have a co-op Let's Play, the Titan's Quest, and we've done podcasts together. We had a lot of discussions, also through Google Hangouts and stuff. So did RPG sessions together. Good times, good times. I mean, he can tell it to you how it is, but without making you angry. He's a really good friend. Those are the good friends that tell you if you're not right. At least I would also thank Sendu. Sendu is a really good friend. I have also known him for many years, ever since I pretty much began, even before a little bit. I started the YouTube channel, and we also did, with all these guys, we played role-playing games, we played video games, we hung out, we chatted, we talked about all kinds of topics, and Sendu, he was also cool because, he invited me to join its Tail Time crew, and it's been a blast being there, and that's a great site to be on, and I enjoy it there too, it's a different feel than the Next Round or Mondo Cool, but it's cool. It's just its own thing. I really enjoy it. It's a totally different audience in a sense, and a different vibe to it. And Sendu, as always, also he got me into watching Power Rangers again. He got me, and he's cool. He's a cool guy, and he's very, he's one of the kindest persons I know. Like, he wouldn't hurt us live. Yeah. next person, of course, Michael Smith. This is not in no particular order, really. I'm just listing people. Michael Smith is one of the original founders of the Next Round with CF and me. And Michael Smith is also considered a really good friend. I mean, he has his Michael's Retro Reviews, and he's doing really well for himself in the YouTube side. And he does also a great MRGR Radio podcast, music podcast, and he's also a really good friend. We had lots of good chats. We did co-op stuff together. You know, it's a good time. And he's somebody that I really appreciate in many ways, you know, because he's also a really good, very kind person, and he's very creative, you know, like all these guys, you know, like they're creative in their own ways, and all of them bring something else to the table, you know, and Michael Smith is very precise, you know, he writes his scripts for his reviews, you know, it's like, he just released in Halloween his latest review and MRGR Radio with the Resident Evil, I think, Resident Evil. I'm sorry, Michael, I can't think of it right now, but he does really good stuff. You know, you do really good stuff. You know, and MRGR Radio, I listened to it and it was a blast. And it was only music from the Splatterhouse series, but it was so great. I'm gonna listen to that again. Like, these are like pretty much the only podcasts I listen to are pretty much all people that I befriended. So, yeah, of course, also another person is Death Adder 83 that I want to thank. And Death Adder 83, he's a cool guy, you know, he's a funny guy. We had some good laughs. I mean, because of him, I became, in the virtual world, you know, I became a wrestler kind of with his video of us, the Mondo Cool crew, Shintai, Kaiser, CF, and me wrestling, you know, and of course Jerry, and I actually won that fight, so in a way, you know, I even did wrestling, not really, of course, but, you know, in the virtual world, you know, and Death Adder 83, he does his cool clickety-clack show, and just talking with the Death Adder bullshits, and I always liked his taste videos. I mean, that inspired me to make my own taste videos. Although I've only done 2, I want to do more of those too. It's just figuring out a way how to do it, making my own. You know. Yeah, Death Adder 83, also the Next Round member, a great guy. Okay, speaking of somebody that I got to know through the Mondo Cool website, I will want to talk about basically the king, the master of the Terradome himself, the terrifying Jared Terrifying, and he's a great guy. You know, I knew him. You know, for me, he'll always be Mungo the Nutbuster. You know, the crazy dwarf that slays his enemies, and takes their testicles. Yeah, that's and Jerry's just this crazy guy. On his podcast, on his videos, but especially his podcast, it's great. We just hang out, we have a ball, we talk. In a sense, it's very personal. It's. I haven't talked to him in a while, but you know, he's living his life and everything. And you know, Jerry, if you want to talk, you know, we should. And he's working on his stuff. You know, he's dabbling in the kitchen, so to speak. And it's always fun to listen to new podcasts of his or watch one of his videos, you know, and he's a great guy, and he's very, you know, very, like, rough and tough, and he'll tell it how it is, and that's what I like about him, you know, it's very honest, very, very refreshing, you know, in many ways. Another person that I got to know from the early days is Shintai, of course, the one and only Shintai. Mr. Tai, you know, Shintizzle, whatever. Shintai's a great guy, and he's doing really well for himself. He's doing his great Shintai reviews videos, where he reviews various video games and anime on a separate channel. Yeah, Shintai Anime, I think, that he's restarted again. But either way, Shintai is a great guy. You know, he we also played. I mean, he's one of the original Tar-Legged guys. We played a lot of also cool role-playing games together. We played Minecraft together. Like with Shintai and Jerry, we didn't really play. I didn't really play that much video games because I'm more of a PC guy and they're more console guys. But one of these days, I'm gonna get that PS3 and get this. Who knows? Maybe it's gonna be a Christmas present. Who knows? But I'm gonna get a PS3 and we're gonna play some freaking games. That's what we're gonna do. But Shintai, yeah, he's a cool guy. We had lots of arguments involving JRPGs and all this stuff, and who cares? Play what you want, be happy. Who cares? That's not bring these things in. It's just it's gaming. It's having fun. So Shintai is a great guy. It doesn't matter how many times we argued. We always came back to a friendly way. He's a great friend. I consider him a friend, and he's doing his thing now. But yeah, if you want to chat, Shintai, you know where to find me. Okay, another person here who used to be formerly with It's Channel Time. Now he's doing his own thing. A guy who I really got to like his videos, and I also personally got to know him through recording podcasts in his own podcast and also mine. It is the master of the White Devil podcast and the ultimate top 10 and reviewer guy, and personally my favorite He-Man dude. Like the only person on this list that I can talk to with He-Man about, and and that's Honda Mackin. Okay, maybe not the only one. The other one would be Kaiser. Him and Kaiser. But especially Hanukkah because he knows his shit. I can tell him Stinkor and he'll know what I'm fucking talking about. I'll tell him Moss Man or Lizard Man. He knows what I'm talking about. So Hanu is a great guy. He does really good videos. He does an XCOM Let's Play. He does Beneath the Steel Sky Let's Play. He does a Super Frog Let's Play. He does a lot of videos reviewing stuff and top 10s. He does a lot of stuff in general. He does it really well. Puts in a lot of thought. The White Devil podcast is one of my favorites. Not just because I've been part of it, but because it's just a blast. It's very different from the Beastcast and other podcasts that I do because it's very structured in comparison. We got the little game show going on. What is it called again? I can't think about these things. That's why I don't write down the match game. There we go, match game. And speaking of White Devil podcast, and it's still time in a sense. Well, he's not anymore part of it, but there's somebody who is, and that is T McBee. T McBee is a great person. She is freaking hilarious. She's great. She's a talented artist. Her art is great. She's the person who did the first Gaming Beast fan art. Well, maybe Kaiser had that on. Not yet. He modified stuff that I had. That's different. But she did legit fan art and really good fan art. Fan art is great. She does it really well. She has a very cool style. I like it. Kind of reminds me of early Disney, early 20s cartoons. Also a little bit of the DuckTales kind of Disney style, but she makes it her own. It's really cool. I like it. Yeah, and you should check out her stuff. Nowadays she does mostly written stuff, but she's also often appears on different podcasts, including mine, also the White Devil podcast, and pretty much most of the podcasts on It's Tale Time. So she's great. You should check out her stuff. This is going to be a longer video, so I'm going to sit down and buckle down and whatever. And there's a bunch of people that there's one person I still want to mention before that. Is basically the first person that I consider my first fan, a person who I got to know through specifically my videos on the Beastcast, and that is Tomcat X. And there's a good chance that he won't see this right away, but maybe one day when he sees this, I want to thank you, Tomcat. Your comments and your ideas and your stuff, you saying these things really help me often. When I had a bad day, it's always cool to, you might think it's silly, it's just a YouTube channel, but sometimes I like to watch the YouTube channel to see it and then see comments, and when somebody says something cool, people don't think that means a lot, but especially for smaller channels, that means a heck of a lot. You know, you see somebody that you like, they got 50 subs or less. You know, you write one comment, they will most likely, I guarantee you pretty much, they will answer to that. And if it's a positive thing, you know, let's spread some positivity. There has been a lot of toxicity and just toxic stuff in the internet, and I get it. It is, the internet represents humanity, and there's also a lot of bad things in humanity, but let's spread some good, okay? I would like to do that. You know, it's up to you guys. It's a suggestion, okay? And Tomcat was a great guy. He's a great guy, you know, and I consider him also a great friend, and he used to make videos about his toy collection. Right now, he's in a different stage of his life, and but I hope, you know, to hang out and talk with him again. And if you see this, Tomcat, this is for you. Thank you for your support. Anyway, let's move on. These are a lot of people that I met through the RPG Brigade. You know, and the RPG Brigade, this is a group of people that does role-playing games, tabletop role-playing games, and all this stuff. And they're also hosting an online con. You probably saw my advertisement for that. And if not, it's an online con. Check it out, the 15th of November. Check out my RPG Brigade video for that. And here's just a couple of off the top of my head. Well, technically, Alex Swing was also somebody that I met through the Brigade, but it was actually one of the hangouts. We used to do a lot of random hangouts, just hanging out and talking. Not so much anymore. Nowadays, it's mostly like the one-shot group. I'm sure there's still hangouts being done, but I don't know. There was this small time in the Brigade when it was just starting, and it was really cool, and it's still cool. Don't get me wrong. It's just different. And people came into hangouts, and there was this one week where people came and went, and they tried to keep this hangout going and going. It wasn't like Google Plus just started. It was very new and very fresh, and it was an alternative to Skype and stuff. So, and I met people like Glittery Pixie Cat, you know, and she has been, you've been a great friend, a great person to hang out with. She does the live Vampire the Masquerade games. She does all sorts of stuff. She's a writer. She has published her first book of poems, and it's great, and you should get it too. You know, if you want to support artists, you know, then you should support her. Anyway, she is a writer by craft, and she also enjoys role playing. And she has been a player in my D&D game, and it's been fun. The Dungeon of the Mad Dwarf. Speaking of that, now somebody came to mind again to thank, and one of those persons is, of course, Cade. And Cade, I want to thank you too for being at the game, and you've been a blast. And I hope we get this campaign rolling one of these days again, or something like that, or play something. What about your Planescape game? I've been waiting for some response on that. I want to play that Planescape game. You know, let's use 5th edition rules, whatever. I don't care. We'll need Psionics, whatever. But anyway, this is neither here nor there. Other people is Andre and Jennifer. You know who you are. Andre Martinez, Jennifer Martinez. You know, they've been great. I remember them also with Simply Gaming and also in the Brigade. They've been very supportive, very cool. Andre is working a lot now with Brigade Con. He stopped making videos, but he's still a cool guy. I've been playing in his Swords and Wizardry games. The recordings are not up anymore, sadly, but there I have been known as, I can't think of his name. I'm going to drink some beer and some of the dwarven knowledge will come back. There we go, right away came to mind, Born the Bold. The pretty big dwarf, the dwarf that wasn't big, but very funny. We had some great times there. Speaking of that, I want to also thank Charlie. You know who you are, Charlie. You've been a great guy. He's been also one of the players in the Swords and Wizardry game. Used to be active in the YouTube role-playing scene, and no, not so much, but he's a cool guy, and we should talk again, man. We should talk again, Charlie. Next up, okay, here's some people that I recently met, but I thought they're really cool, and I want to mention them. They're the people that I've been also playing with a lot too, and we've been doing and that person is Barker, or Be a Better Game Master, and he's been DMing the Footprints of Enkea, or also known as Barker's One Shot Part, whatever, as the joke has been going on. We have 6 sessions in that, and hopefully there will be a 7th too. Most likely it's going to be recorded tomorrow. We'll see. Barker's a great guy, and he's working on Brigade Con, and let's play again, and he's also in my Rifts game. He couldn't come last time because he had some real life stuff, but I hope Barker come next Rift session. You got your place there, and anyway, next person is Fox Winter from Seven Realms Production, and Fox has been a great guy. He's been helping me also a lot with. Oh, by the way, just quick, Barker's also in my Rifts game. So Barker's a great guy, very cool role player. He has his channel, Be a Better Game Master. He gives tips to game masters. He's a very funny guy. He does the acting part of role playing games really well. Also talented musician and stuff. So really, really cool guy. Fox Winter from Seven Realms Production. He's a hilarious guy. I call him the king of puns. And he DMs the alternative D&D 5th edition game if Barker can't DM. And he's been also really good DM. We also play in a Palladium's fantasy game, and he's been also helping me through with running stuff like Heroes Unlimited, making characters for Heroes Unlimited and running Rifts. He has helped me a lot because he's very much familiar with the Palladium systems, and those can be quite a handful if sometimes you just get lost. But it's still a good system, don't get me wrong. I like that. AJ Pickett, speaking of Heroes Unlimited, he was the guy that I played my first Heroes Unlimited game with, where I played Bionic Bob, So, he's a cool guy. He was the first guy. He invited me to the game, and he didn't know me yet, He invited me, and also at the same time invited me to GM Juice's RPG one-shot group, and I didn't know what the hell was that, what is this? Okay, I have been wanting to play anyway, so I joined the game. And by the time we actually played, the RPG one-shot group was in full swing, and there was people starting to post and doing games, and that new group has been really exciting to me, because that is a group very much focused on making games happen, online games. If it's just one, it doesn't have to be one-shots, but often they are, because often that's all we have time for. But sometimes these one-shots become campaigns, like the Barker's one-shot, his Footprints in Enkea, the Rifts game. Also, I announced it there, and they evolve. It seems, sometimes you plan on a campaign, but it doesn't happen. Speaking of the RPG one-shots game, there's one game I played, and the DM was Paul Messier. Paul, you're a great guy, really great DM. Like, I'm just thinking here, and new names keep popping up. I also want to thank Solar and Mitchell, Andrew Mitchell, to being great players, to having had great fun playing with you guys in different games and stuff. So yeah, and also DMing for Mitchell. I haven't DM'd for Dushan yet. No, I'm an idiot. Of course, in the new Rifts game, the first one, Dushan was there, but then Solar was there. Whatever, it should be fine. And we had a great time. But then he had a different time commitment, so. So AJ Pickett, he was also on the RPG Brigade cast that I haven't posted yet. I will post it actually today or tomorrow. I'm just, editing it and stuff, so yeah. The next person that I want to thank, also related to the role-playing, the RPG Brigade, is actually one of the founders of the role-playing RPG Brigade. well, he came out with, in a sense, the idea through an XCOM Let's Play that I watched, and it was just a couple of people who were part of the brigade at the time, and that person is the Gentleman Gamer. Now, the Gentleman Gamer is also a really cool dude. He's been doing RPG review videos and RPG videos forever. He's been one of the first guy that I remember have doing that. And out of the 3 people that I remember watching, there's still 2. 2 of them are still active. One of them is the Bugnose Pro channel. And there's another one that is sadly inactive, and I can't even think about the name, but he was a cool guy. It was RPG something, and I cannot think about it, but he's been inactive for years now. He's been just, you know, in a different... Sometimes you just, you know, you get to a different chapter in your life and you retire your channel. His videos are still up though, but I can't think about the exact name, but yeah. Ever since, there's been a lot of people doing RPG videos. You know, it's just kind of exploded, especially thanks to the RPG Brigade, you know, which I think has helped a lot with fostering, so to speak, new talent. And there's people who have come and they've gone. There's some older people, in a sense, people who have been around longer. There's some newer people who are very active, and there's all sorts. And that's because this is these are very good communities that I joined that really foster these kind of, you know, let's work together kind of stuff, you know. So yeah. Another person I want to thank is Tim Harper, who has been also a guest on the RPG Brigade cast, and he's been also a great guy. And I really thank him for coming to the Brigade cast, and he also supported me in the Brigade very early on. So he's a cool guy too. So yeah, that's for you, Tim. Robert Woger, he's been running a couple of games that I've been part of. The Ninjas and Super Spies game, which was very over the top, very corny, very crazy. He's a funny guy, and we just recently did a game. It was almost like a Captain N kind of setting where it was like a mixture of different video game characters, you know, like and I played Duke Nukem, and it was a good time, you know. And next person is the Narrowbin. He's a fun guy, and he invited me through a video that when I talked about the Dark Eye, he invited me to play in the Dark Eye game. It's the Dark Eyes is the first RPG I played. This was a German RPG, and it was fun. It's fun to be part of a campaign that does that somebody does the Dark Eye, that somebody cares, and this is the greatness about this community. It's so big that you have not only people from America, you got people from the UK, from Europe, from all over the place, you know, so it's great. Speaking of all over the place and the Dark Eye and the campaign of the Narrowbin, one of the other players that I have enjoyed a lot playing with is JDR B30, and he's a fun guy, and yeah. He's basically, I know him as Gruff mostly, and he's a funny guy, and we're basically the 2 Viking fighter dudes, you know, and we get all this magic stuff and everything, and it's really fun to see these down-to-earth guys dealing with all this craziness happening around them. Okay. Another person is the founder of the One Shot group is GM Juice. And he's a great guy. He invited me to a couple of his discussions and role-playing games on his YouTube channel. And GM Juice is for you. Thank you again. He's been also one of the players that we played in the Ninjas and Super Spies game, where he played I don't know exactly what he played, but it was hilarious. First, it started out as a drunk kung fu master, and then became eventually a luchador. And he had a lot of problems keeping his... Whatever, it was hilarious. You gotta just watch it. GM Juice, he really is very active, does a lot of videos, and he's really into the 5th edition and Palladium games, 5th edition D&D that is, and Palladium games, and especially Heroes Unlimited, of course. And yeah, next person is Ben and Rose. You know who you are, guys. You're great. You're great, and we should talk again. it's they're good friends of mine, and they've been also supporting the shows. They also make videos and stuff. They're great. Not together, but yeah. My good friend Adam Nellon, he's also somebody. He's not from the RPG group. It's just it just came to mind at the end. He's a guy that we used to do the Tarly Good games with, and he's a fun guy. And I think he's also trying to start a game. Check out the One Shot game for Adam Nellon starting a game. He's a fun guy to have around, and yeah, just overall, we had all kinds of craziness. He's a fun guy. I knew him through Sendu. They used to do a podcast together. Anyway, another person that I still want to mention from the YouTube RPG Brigade and the One Shot group is Andrew Knapp. I just recently met him, and he's also part of my Rifts campaign, and he's also just hilarious role player, great role player, and I'm sure also a great DM. I haven't yet to play a game that he runs, but I'm sure this will happen eventually. He'll be also running the game, I believe. A lot of these people that I mentioned from the RPG Brigade are going to run in BrigadeCon. But anyway, these are all people here. Andrew Knapp, thanks for all support and everything, and you're a great guy, and see you on the next Rifts game, so to speak. Anyway, wow, this has been a long list, and I know, there's one more person, Scenic 7, I want to add. Scenic 7 is somebody who I met early on through CF. Scenic 7, he's a great friend. You know who you are. He helped me a lot with marketing my channel and my podcasts and everything, and he supported me. He did a text-based interview with me. He's a great guy, and you know who you are. Thanks for helping me, man. Thanks for helping me. Just quick, want to say still a couple of people that I want to still mention that I just fell out of my head. Of course, Lucifer's lawyer, my old college roommate, my really good friend, and he supported the YouTube channel and the Beastcast from the very beginning. He's been a great friend, and he's been also doing some of his stuff. Although right now he's busy with his real life stuff. So, but yeah, to Lucifer's lawyer, and also want to mention my other college friends that are very near and dear to me. Bites and his wife Angie were very near and dear to me. You guys always stood at my side, always supported things like this, the YouTube channel, and everything. Of course, I want to thank my other friends, and of course my family, who have been, they've been also supportive about things that I like to do, and this is one of them. And of course, I want to thank you guys too. Ja, also quick, ich möchte auch meine deutschen Freunde bedanken, die dieses YouTube-Video anschauen und alles und die Podcasts sich anhören. And for my Hungarian, this was for my German friends and for my Hungarian friends and family. Akarom nektek köszönni, hogy ti nézitek a videójaimat, és adjátok az ötleteket, meg minden, és köszönöm nektek mindent, jó? Köszönöm szépen, és egészségetekre. There's still a lot of other people out there that I want to thank, and if I missed anyone, then I deeply apologize, but these are all the people that came out of the top of my head that I want to thank. And these are a lot of people, I think, and there's still all the 310 subscribers that subscribe to me. I want to thank you all because it's been a blast, and yeah, it's been a wild ride so far. Like there was ups and downs. I had, not really internet drama, but like, the typical, bad comments and whatever, but, who cares? You move on, right? I had times where I needed to just stop making videos, stop making this stuff, and just focus on myself. And then I came back, and it's been, coming back and forth, whatever, in a sense. But anyway, I had a great time, and I hope that the next video I make like this, I mean, I think the first video when I did the sub video was for 69 subscribers. I know it's childish, but I thought it was funny. And it was very short, it was more of a joke. But this is like, I'm thanking you guys. I mean, I had been this year, my 50th Beastcast. I passed 300 subs, so this is a great year for me so far. And I hope the rest of the year, the 2 months, the little bit less than 2 months that are left, and then the next year will be great too for the Gaming Beast, for myself too, and in general. And I want to wish you all guys all the success and all the positive energy in your life, okay? I know I sound like a crazy hippie, but call me crazy, I believe in positive thinking, I really do. So anyway, I've been rambling on way too long, but this is how it goes. 43 minutes, oh gosh. If you've been watching till now, I really thank you. You're a true trooper, a true supporter. And I want to thank you guys for the Death Mug of Doom. And yeah, just simply, for the Death Mug of Doom. And thanks guys for your support. Peace out.